Hi, everyone. Glad to have you here. It is Monday. Not so glad of that. Super Bowl Mondays are by and large hard for everyone for whatever reason, usually, for most everyone who watch up late and then up early. Nevertheless, it is Monday and it's the 8th day of February. Thank you so much for tuning in. Highlights tonight of, well, what would have been highlights, I'll elaborate in more in just a few moments. I can't call them technical difficulties, just an issue. But nevertheless, getting you caught up on high school basketball as I make my way out the door. The Hornets hosting Valley tonight. Now, the Hornets pulled off a really big win against Valley at Valley earlier in the season, and I think Valley's going to come for them tonight, looking for a little get back, and we'll see how that turns out. Highlights tomorrow, and more than just tonight's highlights as well. I'll explain in just a few moments. We do have your COVID update. We're still seeing great numbers in every trend statewide except for the death toll. That is at least some positive news, certainly. Here in Montgomery County, however, today's numbers are not necessarily following that pattern. We're starting off with the highest Monday reported in quite some time, and there's a particular age group involved that is also some concerning. We'll talk about that in a vaccine update as perhaps the Montgomery County Health Department administered more vaccine doses today than any one day thus far. And a winter storm watch in effect from late Tuesday night through Thursday afternoon for us. We are in for a bit of a system, culmination of a lot of things, beginning with a weak disturbance, some colder surface temperatures, blah, blah, blah. Bottom line, some freezing rain, possibly accumulating, some snow, some rain, all therein. We'll talk about the impacts and the timeline in just a few moments. I'm going to go ahead and begin with our state update, COVID-wise, before we go into any of our local headlines this evening. Yesterday, over the weekend, the governor announced 1,532 new cases of the coronavirus yesterday, 31 additional deaths, tragically, but yesterday's case numbers actually marked, in totality, the fourth week in a row that cases have continued to decline, and the positivity rate for the first time in a long time fell below 8% at 7.97%. Also, as of yesterday, the number of counties holding in regards to those not in the red. We'll take a look at today's incident rate map in just a few moments. It's just a tad bit better than yesterday's, even as the governor announced today one of the lowest number of cases on a Monday in quite some time. In fact, today's case count is the lowest single day increase since December the 26th. As indicated by some of the charts to the right of the governor, last week we had a decrease in coronavirus cases, new cases, for the last month, the fourth week in a row. And that is the first time we've had 4 weeks of decreases since the very beginning of the pandemic back early last year. And as well, over the course of the past 4 weeks, the positivity rate has gone down each week as well. And today's case count statewide came in at 1,003 new cases. That is the fewest number of cases for one day since right around Christmas. Now, sadly, while all these numbers are going in the right direction, as the governor said, all trends showing positive numbers and results, the death toll is still not. We're still paying for all of those high number of cases that we were seeing some weeks ago. 40 deaths were confirmed across the state of Kentucky today. As for the positivity rate, it is 7.78%. That is the very lowest since early in November. And as far as our incident rate map, let's take a look at that. One fewer county in the red from yesterday, 95. That means 25 Kentucky counties not in the critical or red zone. That is certainly some good news. Taking a look at today's incident rate map, Montgomery County up just a bit. We were in the low to mid-teens at most for several days today, and last week's numbers, a total of 39, has pushed us back up over 15 at 16.4, but still very, very low, and still one of 25 Kentucky counties which are out of the critical zone. And a lot of those that are in the critical zone are not as outstandingly high as they had been. Johnson County's down to 31.5, Floyd County 46.2. That's some of the lowest numbers they've had in a while as well. And by and large, all of our local and area numbers following that same state trend at this time and going in the right direction, with the exception of hopefully what will just be today's Magoffin County numbers. Your local COVID update following these messages. Drive safe and save this winter at Conley Tire in Staffordsville, or just go to conleytire.net to see the latest specials on thousands of all-season snow and off-road tires in stock every day. And you can take 6 months to pay with no interest at Conley Tire, 297-2424. Being Sayersville's oldest continuous business is not Fraser's Prater Drug's most important legacy. It's the care and attention they devote to every single customer. And that, combined with quick and convenient curbside service at the front and rear entrances, makes for getting your medications simply and safely. And calling ahead makes it even faster. Fraser's Prater Drug Store's curbside and in-store service, open Monday through Friday, 9 until 6.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Go with All Pro, and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term, low-interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. We wrapped up the COVID case count here in Magoffin County last week with a total of 39 cases. Not our highest by any stretch of the imagination, not our lowest either as of late. Those numbers have seemed to have been staying relatively on par with state numbers, which have been decreasing, as you heard before the break. However, we're not starting off on a good note this week. Number of cases over the weekend. But today's numbers are troublesome. Also, the particular age group that about half of those cases is comprised of, also a bit troublesome.
Well, on Saturday we had 5 positive cases, Sunday 2, but today we had 15. And I think that's the first time we've been in double figures for quite a few weeks with positive cases.
It's been a long time. That puts us at 22 just in 3 days, and we had a total of 39. I think it was last week. Anything significant or interesting about the high number today, or otherwise?
No. The only thing, we had quite a few school-age kids that were positive today, and I think 1 or 2 employees with the school system that were positive today. And it's probably a good thing we didn't have school last week, because if these kids would have been in school, then we could have starting off in a bad way with the school opening back up today.
Yeah, classes, I think they were out all of last week, essentially, so, yeah, can't be attributed to that, certainly.
No. And none of them attended school today. They was all tested and not to go to school, so we called them before they got to school, so we're in good shape there.
Well, what kind of shape are you in vaccine-wise?
Vaccine, we're doing great. We gave out 110 doses today.
Wow.
With most of those going to 70 and over. We've still had a few rescuers and medical personnel lags that we got in. We only have 150 left on our 70 and over list, and we're going to have another 100 doses to give to them on Wednesday and Thursday, which will make it about 50 left, somewhere in that neighborhood. So next week we should be out of the 70 and over. If you are 70 and over and haven't made an appointment or don't have the vaccine yet and you want it, you need to call the health department. The next group will be the 60 to 70 age group. Do not call the health department to make your appointment yet. Please do not. We're still scheduling second doses, and we're going to start, and the rest of the 70 and over we don't have. So we will give you plenty of time to notify you when you can start calling for your appointment then. It will not be prioritized to medical conditions. It will be first come, first served, 60 to 70 years old. So if you call and you have some kind of medical condition, I'm sorry, they told us not to prioritize, just to give as many as we can, as quick as we can. So that will start probably next week.
Understandably so. When you had a list of several hundred people in the 70 and older category, and then learned that at the time you didn't think you were going to be getting any more vaccines to the health department, those folks, well, even before that, perhaps, a lot of folks, understandably so, getting their name on as many lists as possible, and we certainly understand that. should they still, if they get a call, out of that couple hundred that you have on the list right now, if they get a call from another place they're already on the list and have an opportunity to get one before here, should they go ahead and take that?
Yes, they should, because that's going to free up more doses for people in McGoffin County. If you're on a list at one of the hospitals or anywhere that they're going to give you a vaccine, please go take the vaccine there. Do not call the McGoffin County Health Department and tell us that you want it there now. Please go there, because that just saves up more doses. And we don't know when we'll be cut off again, but they're promising me at least 100 doses for this week, next week, and the week after. So any dose, anytime you can get vaccinated at another place outside the county, like at Pikeville Medical or ARH, please go do that and let us free them vaccines up for more people in McGoffin County.
Next, I think, yes, a pretty brief McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. It's a birthday to begin that says, please wish the happiest, with the most love ever, birthday wishes to Grandpa Hager and Bree. Happy birthday, Papaw Hager and Bree. Happy birthday to you from a long list of family and friends. A quick reminder from your McGoffin County PVA, if you're turning 65 this year, come to the PVA office today and apply for the homestead exemption. That could literally save you up to $600, not just 1 year, but a year. And when you've got an announcement, this is how you get in the program. Birthdays and anniversaries too, and birthdays, anniversaries, and birth announcements are published for free in the Independent, but those go down to the email at the bottom of your screen, Joe at SagersvilleIndependent.com. From there, we'll go on to this evening's funeral service announcements. They're provided nightly as a service by our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And tonight, they're telling us of services which are to be held this Thursday at 1 for Diana Marlene DeLong Burchell, 80 of Van Leer, who passed away Saturday at her home. Preceded in death by her husband, Paul Vernon Burchell. She survived by her sons, Paul Lloyd, Brian Mitchell, Blake Miles, Kenneth Todd, and Marlon Douglas Burchell, as well as a sister, Doris A. DeLong Music, several grandchildren, several great-grandchildren as well. Graveside services are going to be held this Thursday at 1 in her honor from the Johnson County Memorial Cemetery in Staffordsville. Friends and family can visit the McGoffin County Funeral Home Thursday from 10 until noon prior to those services. 36-year-old Christopher Dyer of Far Middle Fork here in Sagersville passed away yesterday at his home. Funeral arrangements are being made at this hour and to be announced soon by the Sagersville Funeral Home. And lastly, tonight, 72-year-old Carol Jenkins of Sagersville passed away today at the Cabell Huntington Hospital. Arrangements being made and to be announced soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Lennon has never been more correct. All we need is love, and a whole lot of it. And you can find all you want at the seasonal shop for Valentine's Day. For the ladies, long sleeves and tees from Simply Southern, and always the cutest and coolest of boots, bags, purses, and all things that glitter and sparkle, plus lotions and soaps and more. And for him or her, the very best of coolers by Brewmate, Ridge and Holler, and they love to put it all in custom gift baskets filled with everything to make any heart happy. Plus they have free local delivery in Sagersville and curbside pickup. So you can say Happy Valentine's Day from the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved.
Appalachian Wireless invites you to start the new year off with a bang. What better way than with a new Samsung device? The new Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are the latest and hottest devices of the new year with great cameras, all-day battery life, and faster processors. The S21 is the phone everyone wants and will be jealous of. From now till the end of February, the new Samsung S21 models will be $400 off the Advantage plan at Appalachian Wireless and AppalachianWireless.com. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Jesse Rudd and his staff at Parkway Pharmacy are proud to announce the newest member of their team, and yours, pharmacist Dustin Jones, who's actually the grandson of Janet and the late Paul Jones of Dixie in Salyersville. And his addition of over 12 years of experience in inpatient and outpatient services gives you unmatched availability and care when it comes to your health and medication.
Parkway Pharmacy, where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Sagersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Sagersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer. Back to the news, a couple of calls for emergency services over the course of the weekend. One was this single vehicle accident which happened today. This was around 3 or 4 miles or so onto 542 off of Route 7. A single vehicle crashed. The vehicle narrowly missing some trees, which could have made this a much serious situation. Nevertheless, the driver, I'm told, was taken to the hospital for what appeared to be non-life-threatening injuries, as the South McGoffin Fire Department and the McGoffin County Rescue Squad and McGoffin County Sheriff's Department all responded. This next is not necessarily a call of emergency, but what could have been. Just a reminder, given the season that we are in, and with all of this freezing and thawing and moisture, rock slides can happen anywhere at any time of the year, but in this time of the year, they are more prevalent and common. This was on the Sagersville side of the Ivington Hill over the course of the weekend. Fortunately, not much of the large debris made it into the roadway and caused any accidents, but just a quick reminder as to what to always be on the lookout for, especially here in eastern Kentucky. So from time to time, I lay things off as they are, factually and legitimately, issues brought about by technical difficulties. I'm not for certain if just not getting your camera out of someone else's vehicle constitutes a technical difficulty. However you want to chalk it up. Tonight's highlights of the boys and matchup between McGoffin and Paintsville, well, are not ready because they're just not here. We'll run through real quickly the outcome of that game and the scoring and scheduling that's taken place since I saw you last. Update you on the wins and losses as well as the schedules for the rest of this week, and some teams still on standby per COVID. Yeah, the Hornets traveled to Paintsville Saturday, and JV won sizably, and varsity was in the lead out of the gate and essentially all the way through well into the third quarter, maybe into the fourth. Regardless, they were up by 10 late in the game, and then the Paintsville Tigers made a run and then some. And your final score in that district matchup wound up at 49 for McGoffin County, 62 Paintsville. Now, this is the first matchup between these two teams. The first one originally got canceled due to COVID, so they've got one more to go. That will be here at McGoffin County right now. The boys for McGoffin 6-5 and looking for their first district win, 0-3 in that category. They went from 6th to 5th and now back down to 7th in 15th region standings for boys basketball for McGoffin County. And again, hosting Valley tonight. The Lady Hornets, as you see and as I reported, still waiting idly. We hope healthy, but still out due to COVID, and right now are set to be back in action this Wednesday at Prestonsburg is the latest update on the KHSAA schedule. The girls are 3-8 right now, hoping to come out and make up for some lost time and ground. And as we covered just a few seconds ago, the Tigers 62-49 over McGoffin County on Saturday. That brings the Tigers to 5-4. But they've got 2 district wins and 2 district losses. They host neighbor Johnson Central tomorrow night at 7:30. As for Lady Tiger basketball, well, they're still in a holding pattern. They've been out. Their last game was at McGoffin County back on January the 30th, so they haven't played this month. They are set to take on the road Martin County this Thursday for their first game of February after, of course, being out due to COVID. Now, for Johnson Central and the Golden Eagles, well, they're still rolling. 3 wins, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row. There was a 3-game cancellation period in there because of COVID, but nevertheless, the boys are first in 15th region for a very good reason. They are 9-1, only one loss. That was at Ashland Blazer back early in January. Their last game, 57-41 over Belfry Saturday night, and they are, as I said earlier, talking about the Tigers traveling over across town to the Paintsville High School tomorrow night. Tip-off set for 7:30, and the Lady Golden Eagles right now on an 8-2 record after a win at Lawrence County Saturday, 70-57. The girls just 2 losses, 8 wins. They're 2-0 in their district as well, and the Lady Golden Eagles are at Pike Central tonight. Tip-off was set for 7:30 at last update. Now, let's spend a couple of very important minutes on your weather forecast. We do have increasing confidence for a heavy mixed precipitation over eastern Kentucky, especially north of the Mountain Parkway coming up. Of course, I told you at the start of the program about that winter weather advisory, which goes in effect late tomorrow night through your Thursday. Here's why. There's the winter storm watch area. Magoffin County, as you can see, just on that bottom portion, on that fine line where we often find ourselves. Here we are again as we take a look at expected ice accumulation. 1 to 3/10 of an inch are expected throughout the watch area, but you have to get up into the Moorhead, Flemingsburg area to see the heavier possibility. And of course, all of this could shift. We're talking about only a few miles right now, so still this far out, things could definitely change. But right now, we are closer to 1/10 if any ice accumulation here in Magoffin County should arrive. Snowfall right here. Well, folks, up to 2 and 3 inches up around Flemingsburg, again to our north, more snow. 1 to 2 around Moorhead, and you get closer on and on down into the viewing area. Well, 0 to up to an inch of snowfall. But we are going to see a wintry mess one way or the other, and this is, of course, starting tomorrow night and through Thursday afternoon. So tomorrow evening, well, I'll have a much better outlook for you. So let's take a look as far as the rest of your forecast is concerned and your outlook, brought to you by Licking Valley RECC. There you have it, 33 tonight. Maybe some sprinkles after 5 a.m., mostly cloudy and a calm wind for your Tuesday. 44 for the high. We'll see a chance of some showers and sprinkles early. Otherwise, cloudy skies and a daytime high of around 44. About a 30% chance of showers late tomorrow night with a low of 31. And then Wednesday, it's going to be Tuesday night and into your Wednesday night that we're going to see all the precipitation, the bulk of it. As for Wednesday, a chance of freezing rain early, as we're going to be right around 31 degrees or so. Then showers in the middle as we hit about 39. That's when we might see in that morning that possibility of maybe up to 1/10 of an inch of ice right now. Wednesday night, showers will fall back to 30. Around 30 at least. Thursday, snow showers, freezing rain, and sleet, all before 3 or so. Then rain, snow, and sleet likely thereafter, and some mix thereafter. Just a big wintry mess on Thursday with an 80% chance of that precipitation, which looks to be going to fall in just about every form you could imagine on your Thursday. Right now, we're below that area that will see the greatest impact, but it just takes very little to have an impact. And in 24 hours, I can give you a better idea as to what we do expect. It should be expecting to be just a few hours away at that time. Friday, 34 degrees, mostly cloudy, a slight chance of some snow early, very early. We get back down into the teens. Friday night at 19. Saturday, only 33 and 17 for your high and low, mostly cloudy, still a 20% chance of some flakes. And then Sunday, 31 and 23. Not much of an improvement for nighttime lows, but 5 degrees makes a difference from the teens to the 20s, obviously. But we do clear up and calm down at least. Not as active of a pattern precipitation-wise. Sunday, 31 and partly sunny. Monday, 32 and again partly sunny, and what looks to be a dry Sunday and Monday, at least for now. We will know more tomorrow night.